Hello, lovely people. Welcome to the channel. So happy to have you here. Today we'll be asking the cards how to get yourself unstuck from this situation that's on your mind. So focus on the situation that is bothering you right now or that's keeping you up at night. Take a couple of deep breaths and choose the pile or the animal you feel the most drawn to. And let's further see what some tarot and further oracle cards have to say about your situation. Hello, pile 1. If you chose this owl guy or the adjustments are required card, then this is the pile for you. I'll go ahead and draw some tarot and oracle cards. And there will be a timestamp in the description if you don't want to listen to silent shuffling. So, okay, let's see. How can pile 1 get unstuck from the situation that's on their mind? We are looking for guidance on what this possible situation could be, problems, actions to take, whatever comes out. This one. And this one. Okay, pile 1. Let's get into your cards and this situation you're feeling stuck in. As you saw, like the main message of your Moonology card and the theme of your reading is adjustments are required. There is no shocker. Keeping in mind that we are asking about a situation you would like to unstuck yourself from. Going over the tarot one by one, your reading started with the Three of Wands, this card, in the reversed position, which normally speaks about you having had in the past, in this case, some kind of lack of planning, lack of foresight. So the journey you started was either delayed in some way due to this, or it just didn't go as planned, or maybe it fell through. Followed by the Temperance card, also in the reversed position. It shows me that another aspect of this problem was your lack of patience, primarily. There could have also been an aspect of some kind of excess, like maybe you were overly optimistic. I mean, it could be just some kind of excessive behavior on your part. And I feel the thing that is keeping you stuck in this right now is basically your brain. You are stuck in the past thinking about the situation, because while the Six of Cups card, if it were in the upright position, this would have been a card that would say, like, it's good to reminisce in some kind of past feelings, past situations, like get back to thinking about the good old times. But since it is in the reverse position, it shows very much that you are stuck in thinking about the past, probably like reminiscing, but in the negative way, like in the sort of, why did this happen? Why did that happen? Why didn't I do this? Why did I do that? That type of situation. From then on, we have the Eight of Pentacles. With the Eight of Pentacles, you are very much encouraged that the thing that you would need right now to improve your situation is very methodically and practically grinding at your skills right now in this situation. Like if it's a work-related issue that you are facing, this is very much hone in on your work skills, practice them day in and day out. Don't look for shortcuts. Give it your all and see yourself as in the beginning stages of your journey and your project. Don't try to leap ahead and jump over a couple of steps, because at the end, when you reach a certain point, the same situation would happen. You would notice that the steps that you thought weren't that important and the steps that you jumped over were actually building blocks, the same building blocks that maybe you once also jumped over by your lack of planning or foresight. And it would just be an extra losing of time and sadness over it, kind of repeating the lesson over and over again. So what you're advised to do right now is exactly that, like accept that these things that happened are already in the past either way. Unfortunately, we can't change the past. What you can do now is start over slowly and meticulously. The same goes also with your next card, the Knight of Pentacles. This is again a card urging you towards building a routine, meticulous action, like striving towards a goal, but not charging ahead at it, like in some of the other, like for instance, the Knight of Swords, which is all about charging, jumping on it, acting fast. No, this is a really slow and meticulous knight. You can see on the card that he is just standing there calmly. You should do the same. It is moving forward and progressing, but step by step. The Eight of Cups, as the last card coming up in the reversed position, also serves to show me like a warning towards you. On the one hand, you might be further burdened by this mentality of the grass is greener on the other side, and combined with these things that are worrying you from the past, like you could be stuck in this negative loop of thinking about them, like we already discussed. This is something to let go of. Of course, saying it is easier than doing it, but I mean one step in front of the other. Like we said, meticulous, and things will fall into place. But the good thing about this card coming up in the reversed is also that you are very much encouraged to try one more time. Like this situation isn't over for you. As the reading started, again, adjustments are just required at this point, but this is not hopeless. So I guess the final warning of this card would be to just, again, follow the plan of these action cards. Be meticulous like an earth sign, maybe. Think about it that way. Like you are not in a hurry to go anywhere. Just make sure you are not drifting aimlessly. Like sit down with yourself. Devise a plan of action, like break it down into the smallest steps if you have to, so it seems manageable, so you feel motivated to do it. So you see the small day-to-day, what's the word? It's not Erfolgs. The small day-to-day blah wins you achieve, and you will get there. You will get yourself unstuck from this situation. You will turn it around. Okay, pile one. I'll draw like, let's say, 3 extra cards just for some additional help on how to get yourself unstuck from this situation. So let's do that right now. Additional cards for pile 3. Let's do one more. This one. Okay. Okay, the last 3 cards you got are the King of Cups, followed by the 4 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles reversed. When I drew the King of Cups as the first card, it made me think about something that came to my mind at the start of the reading when I saw the owl figurine. I think that mainly the message here with the King of Cups for you is for you yourself to embrace his energy. And this is mainly meant in the emotional sense. Like you're asked right now to be emotionally balanced and compassionate towards yourself. And when you achieve that space, that would also be a good space for you to make further decisions on how exactly to proceed on your slow and meticulous plan of changing your situation around. Now, one other thing, it is possible. You could receive some kind of help from the outside, because the King of Cups can very well manifest itself as some kind of coach or mentor, especially like some kind of spiritual mentor or like psychological, like in that sense, like to help you get mentally unstuck or spiritually unstuck from where you are. And the thing that at the start of the reading, when I saw the owl that's like, I don't know, blowing on a pipe or something, some kind of instrument, that's at least how I saw it. And it reminded me of that song, I don't know if you know it, like that Megadeth song, Symphony of Destruction, where it goes like, just like the Pied Piper led rats through the streets. Which is also very fitting, because I think that owls actually eat rats and mice and so on. But like, I think that somebody could come in your life that would show you the way to move forward. Because this is a positive card, I can't say like don't trust that person or something like that, like quite the contrary. Always take all the help you can get. But still, because like the Pied Piper is not necessarily a positive figure, at least in my mind, I would say whatever road you choose to go down and help to take from people, keep it in the back of your mind to not latch on to somebody because they are maybe promising you some kind of, again, like a short-term benefit. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you meet somebody who's willing to help you, who gives you guidance and so on, that's great. But don't latch on to them like a drowning person like latches on to a floating disc in the middle of the sea or something. Like, don't expect saving grace from somebody. You have to do it for yourself. Like, don't let yourself be controlled by somebody else and forget the main message, which is you need to rely on yourself and work at it step by step wise. Okay, that's what I'm getting at. And as to the two other cards, the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, some extra advice for you, Pile 1, is to not be too attached to your material comforts. Maybe the thing that made you jump a couple of steps in this situation was that you wanted to get some kind of material reward out of it faster. Distractions. Yes, so maybe you were trying to get some kind of material reward out of it faster. Or maybe you're afraid to try again and try it slower, exactly for that reason that you might lose on something material. Don't be afraid of that. Followed by the Five of Pentacles in the reversed. It says that is basically just gonna be a fear. You would recover if there was some kind of disadvantage you bore because of your decisions. It will be fine. So just work on that. Work on keeping yourself emotionally and psychologically stable. Don't dwell on the past. The past is gone as it is. And make the necessary adjustments. Make the small steps and try again, and everything will be fine, okay? I want to draw like two final cards from my two favorite oracle decks for just some kind of final guidances and messages. Well, you flew out Mr. Guy Dominance. Let's see. And the Shaman Oracle, because it's great for grounding mainly. Let's see. Final messages for Pile 2, something that would be helpful for them to hear or to do. How about you, Mr. Birch? Okay, with the Dominance card, Pile 1, as we saw also in the reading, you could very well be feeling restricted by a certain person or a certain situation, like they're kicking your butt right now, and as if you can't like defend yourself or get out of it. You can. The positive side of this card is that you can absolutely turn the situation around, like you have the ability to control it, to get over it. Just go down the path that we were discussing previously. And let's just at the end read the meaning of the Birch card number 39. I am Birch. I am growth in understanding the inner self, others, the world, and all of our relations. Allow me to provide awareness that removes restrictions and permits you to proceed. My healing and purifying properties clean out and provide for new beginnings, fresh starts. My bark is used to make practical items and is burned in the sweat lodge to cleanse the body and the spirit. I am protection. So, Pile 1, I would say that this final message pretty much confirms everything we saw till now. Know that you are protected. Don't worry your pretty little head over it. Know that a new beginning is open for you and you will get there. Remain practical, like the Birch said, and purify yourself. Get to know your inner self, pay attention to others, to the world. You will get the insight and inspiration for this new path. Everything is in your hands. It will be fine, I promise. Hello, Pile 2. If you chose the elephant figurine or the card Full Moon in Aquarius with the message of show the world the real you, then this is the reading for you. Let's see what the tarot has to say about how to get yourself unstuck from the situation you are asking about. I'll do some shuffling, and if you want to skip over that, there will be a timestamp in the description box. So let's see. Dear Tarot, how can pile 2 unstuck themselves from the situation that they're in? Give us some further info on the situation, some guidance, advice, whatever comes up. You come here, come on. Yep. Okay, one last. Okay, pile 2, let's get into it. And yours is an interesting reading. I am wondering whether this situation you are feeling stuck in started somehow with another person. I'll explain what I mean to you in a second. Your reading started with the 7 of Cups being in the reversed position. Although this card can have a positive meaning in the sense of you having chosen something based on your internal values, on your internal values, on your heart, on what you believe in. Because this is a stuck situation, I am more inclined to think this started as you having too many choices and feeling overwhelmed by it and not knowing which exactly to choose. Which takes us to the next card. I feel like the way you got out of this situation was by turning to some kind of authority figure in your life. It could have been a parent, a father, like whatever, a teacher, just somebody that regarding this situation or regarding your life was in authority over you. And they gave you the guidance because they had the knowledge, they had the plan, they are the person that you go to in a crisis and whatnot. Followed by the King of Swords in the reverse position. Now, I wouldn't go on to say that this person necessarily tried to manipulate you in the negative connotation of the word. Like, I wouldn't say that they told you to handle the situation in a certain way with the thought of, oh, I want this and this to happen then to the person. No, they probably acted in their highest intention, whatever the case may be. But everybody gives advice based on their own place in life. Like, we can't be 100% elastic, and no matter how empathic we try to be in a situation, we are all burdened by our experiences, our thoughts, our beliefs. So it seems like that this person, quote unquote, manipulated you or pushed you in a certain direction of a certain choice. And by committing to that choice, followed by the Hierophant, this was somehow a choice of conformity for you. Although the Hierophant is a wise being, could be a spiritual teacher and whatnot, he is very much the person showcasing tradition, norms, some kind of established institutions. Like, he is not the rebel, He is not the new and upcoming. He is just that, like he is conformity, basically. And I feel like this is the situation that you got yourself stuck in. Something that you didn't know what the best course of action was. And based on probably outside advice, you chose something and you came to the point of seeing that this is probably not in your highest alignment. Like it is somehow too rigid, too stuck for you, too conforming, too traditional, like whatever the word is that you feel towards it. Now, with the last two cards, and also like with the full moon in Aquarius, because the messages exactly show the world, the real you, maybe this was a byproduct of you not being ready to do just that and to take a leap of faith towards another inkling you might have had before you committed to this decision. So you are urged to do this right now. But yeah, with the Ace of Swords, it is a positive card for you in this situation. Like you have the ability to, you have till now gained some sort of mental clarity on the situation. At the very least, the fact that you would no longer like to remain in this situation. You would like to change it. So you have the clarity and you have the ability to break through out of this situation and move on. What I'm feeling right now is still hindering you from achieving this with the last card, with the Ace of Swords, is for one, and for the most part actually, like self-imposed limiting beliefs, self-imposed like negative thoughts and fears from within. As you can see in this card, like the lady is, wait, I am blind as a bat. Yes, she is in fact not chained. You can see the chain like dangling. It's not put anywhere. It's just on her hands. She is not even tied with it. Let me zoom it in a bit. So she can very much get out of this situation if she wishes to. She just needs to like throw her hands a bit so the chain would fall off and get rid of that blindfold that's keeping her blind to the circumstances around her. I feel like it's a similar issue with you, although you have till now gathered the insight that you did not indeed take the best course of action, which is fine. Like that happens to all of us. That's like the default, basically, failing till you get it right, like the 5th or 6th time. And you have this mental breakthrough. Bon droit. A bon droit. You are going to the right place. Sorry, I got distracted. You are at the right place. Whatever had to happen, happened. So you would learn from it. Think of it in this way. Like you are at the right place. Literally in French. Yes, the thing that you would still need to overcome to truly get out of this situation, to unstuck yourself, is to get rid of that blindfold. Whether that blindfold would be in the sense of having regrets from the past and maybe feeling shaky in your foundation and in your gut feelings and in your decisions because of them, like blaming yourself, oh, I made this bad decision, so I would basically, it means that I can basically not make a good decision ever again. Like whether it's that or it's just a continuous spiral of thinking about the mistake you did in the past and the road you chose, and not focusing on the task at hand, but focusing on what was, which is never positive. I mean, we have to, of course, learn from our mistakes. And nature has given us this ability to think about ourselves and our past so we can learn from it. But at the same time, dwelling over it does not get us any further. So the general piece of advice of this card is that whatever beliefs you have, they are restricting you from moving forward, and they are very much something that you came up with in your head without it necessarily being objectively true. You just have to realize this and find a way to move past them. And as the moon card suggests, the first step to that would be to show the world the real you. If what got you in this situation was you having some kind of fear of being different, of rejection, of wanting to do something that's opposed to what society accepts, like this is basically the hierophant, like the institution, the conformity, the what is expected from us, what is normal. If this was your case, like I said previously, the thing that got you in this situation was this, more or less, whether it was a subconscious or a conscious thing, it doesn't really matter. You are encouraged right now to believe that by showing the world the real you, you would propel yourself forward in the opportunities that are meant for that real you, that would satisfy that real you and not the image you would like to project. Okay? I'll draw a couple of extra cards for some extra clarity on the situation regarding like specific steps you could maybe take, be it physically or like mentally, to get yourself unstuck from the situation. Okay, so let's do that. Let's get a couple of more cards with advice towards pile 2 on how to unstuck themselves from this situation. How can pile 2 unstuck themselves? Let's take this guy. This one. Maybe you? Yes, let's take you. Okay, pile 2. What your last 3 cards are telling me as advice, starting with the 9 of Cups. You are encouraged right now to embrace some water energy. Let's say it that way in the most general sense. You are encouraged to get back to your feminine side a little bit, to embrace some emotions, some compassion towards yourself, towards others as well, if that's something that you have been lacking. To maybe spend some time like in nature or with something beautiful that brings you joy. Maybe let's say you like painting, or you like sculpting, or you like whatever it is that you like that brings you this satisfaction. It would help you to pursue it, to spend some time in it, so it would bring you to this place of balance again within yourself. Also, it would be great for you right now to invest some time in a creative hobby you have. Especially if this reading is a situation regarding something creative that maybe fell through to you because of the reasons that we discussed previously. engaging in it would help you recenter yourself and find that balance and that strength again to start building, to start destroying the limiting stuff that's holding you back and start building anew. With the Queen of Wands reversed, it is a card very much speaking that you could be right now in a state that you are more introverted than usual, which would be fitting with your other cards because you seem burdened by this situation that you're inquiring about. And of course, when we are burdened, when we are burnt out, we become more closed off from the world. On the other hand, if this is a problem you are facing, it could be that you are being too domineering or assertive with the people around you and snapping at them because of your frustration surrounding the situation. If this is the case, this is also very much discouraged by this card. Again, you are asked to show compassion, empathy, to put your bet on emotions, so to say. Like, maybe it's not the best wording, but yes, you are very much encouraged to go in that direction, like of, again, feminine energy, emotions, creativity, balance, compassion. But also don't shrink yourself unnecessarily, because the Queen of Wands in the upright position is normally a really strong lady, a very fiery lady. Wands are the fire energy of the tarot, and it coming out reverse is telling exactly that, like you are dimming your light, and you shouldn't be. That light should be, again, showcased to the world. Like, don't keep it inside of you, don't kill it off, don't suffocate it. Move in the direction of showing it, of allowing it to breathe, and it will only get bigger and bigger. And with the final card, the Five of Cups, let me show it to you a little bit closer. Like, the Five of Cups is very much a guy crying over having 3 of his cups spilled. Basically, I made the wrong decision, I did whatever, I didn't get the result I wanted something else, and he is neglecting to see that there are perfectly fine and dandy cups behind him. He just has to stop crying over the spilled milk and look in the other direction. So again, you are very much asked to do exactly that. Let go of those limiting beliefs that you're holding in your heart and that are holding you back and dimming your light. See that there are other possibilities for you on the horizon. You just have to turn around and reach for them. And in doing all of this, have the compassion for yourself. Like, we all go through such unpleasant experiences, and like, emotions are great and all, get it out of your system, but also, like, at the end of the day, we have to get up and continue, and everything will be fine when we do this. Okay, pile 2. I want to draw 2 last cards, oracle cards for you, with some last messages. One from the Crow Oracle and one from my favorite grounding oracle. So let's see what those have to say. Some last advice for pile 2 and the situation they want to unstuck themselves from. Let's see this one and one more. Okay, pile 2, let me read to you the messages of both these cards. With the inside card, number 26, After testing a couple of rocks, the crow began to understand the relationship between the stones and the water. It learned that with each rock, the water would rise, and as a result, the shrimp would rise too. Insight asks that you take the time to examine your situation. Test out different strategies to gain wisdom. When you understand the relationship between all contributing factors, you will be able to identify actions that yield little benefit or remove any obstacles that may have been in your way, and in turn apply strategies that expedite success. I would say this is perfectly fitting for you. Stick to that as a plan, pile 2. And let's see lastly the grounding message of the red coral. I am red coral. I am from the ocean, yet I am the blood of Mother Earth. I am your protection against natural emergency and personal misfortune, and the courage you need for survival. I have exceptional healing, cleansing, rebuilding, and invigorating power. At my foundation is passion that can be excited to the point of rage. I am the stone of the home, of safety and well-being. You can rely on my wisdom to assist you on your journey. Remember the ocean from where I come and protect my home as I protect yours. Lovely message. Okay, pile 2. I hope that this was helpful for you guys. Hello, pile 3. If you chose this one owl figurine or the pile with the 2 cards, you lucky dog, I guess, then this is the pile for you. Let's see what the cards have to say about how to get unstuck from the situation you are in. There, I will do some shuffling and pulling right now, so if you don't want to watch that or hear that, I guess, you can skip by going to the timestamp in the description box. Let's see. How can pile 3 get unstuck from the situation that they are in? Like messages, guidance, advice, whatever. Let's see what comes up. You, my friend. Followed by you. Interesting. Okay, pile 3, let's get into your reading. You are the pile that is very much giving me workaholic vibes. Both starting off with the 2, not even 1, but 2 oracle cards that flew out of the deck for you in the beginning. And then also followed by the tarot, which is also very strongly earth energy, pentacle energy. Interestingly, 3 pentacles and 2 cups, so maybe very much thing about practicality against creativity maybe, or like jobs against relationships. We'll get into the details. But let's start with the messages of your oracle cards from the Moonology deck. Both of these cards, first of all, they bring a really positive message, like the energy that you are working on is gaining momentum and your hard work is and will pay off. But the very important thing here with these cards is that they are very much asking you to focus and to sit down on your butt and devise a very concrete plan. Like you have the energy, you have the drive, you have the focus, and you have the universe on your side. But you still need to put in the right work at the right places. And this asks of you to be meticulous and to have a really good plan. Capricorn energy is very much that. Like we need a 12-day plan, a 12-month plan, a 12-year plan, like whatever it is, we need all of the plans right now. And then we can start grinding at them day by day, okay? This is very much what you are advised to do off the bat for this situation that you are feeling stuck right now. Although I would say that you are very much not giving me stuck vibes in these cards. Starting off with the Queen of Pentacles, which is the first card that came up in your reading. The Queen of Pentacles, like generally again, like Pentacle energy is very much the materialistic type of energy. Not materialistic in the negative connotation of you being materialistic, but it has to do with bringing things in the world, like tangible things, like work results, like whatever. So I am very much getting the sense that maybe you are trying to manifest with a combination of water energy, these two cards, and the earth energy of the others. It's very much giving me the vibe that you are trying to manifest an idea you had, like a business idea or a creative idea, and you are grinding at that right now. You can see how the Queen of Pentacles is like showcasing her pentacle, like this is my thing, I did it, I was successful, you can say I birthed it, yes. And followed by the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is very similar in energy, like it can be a card denoting like conception, birth of, it could be a person of course, but we are more so talking about an idea and a project here. So I think you are doing the same right now. And then followed by the King of Pentacles, so we have both the Queen and the King of Pentacles. I think that you are capable of being really disciplined and hardworking and business savvy in the things that you are doing. And you are also very highly motivated to do them. You also have like all of the, you have the potential of being an awesome leader and master of your craft. Now, where the issues start for you, I feel, is with the reversed Five of Cups and then the reversed Nine of Pentacles and the reversed Page of Cups. What are those issues? Starting off with the Five of Cups. On the one hand, you might have had some kind of personal setback when it comes to this project. Like, you know, the Five of Pentacles card is like this guy who has 3 cups spilled and he is crying over them, and then 2 cups in the back that he is not noticing. So you could have gone through some kind of failure relating to this project, which is making you fearful, making you doubt yourself, like basically weighing on your self-worth and on your believing of yourself. An additional message of this card can also often be that now could be a right time for you to ask others for help on your journey. And I would say, I mean, of course, this is up to you, but having had the King of Pentacles as the previous card, again, you have great potential to be a good leader of people. So maybe the thing that you are missing, that's like the missing link between the two sides of the reading, is that you would really profit on your journey from the help of others. Like, it's always helpful to bounce off ideas with other people. Moving on to the Nine of Pentacles, an additional issue that could be coming up for you and making you feel stuck in a situation that generally seems really promising, is that in chasing this goal, which is also making me think that, again, this card can very much be encouraging you to seek the company and the help of other people, because this card is relaying a similar message. Like the Nine of Pentacles, when it comes in the reverse position, can very much warn us that we are over-investing and overstretching ourselves in our work right now, and we are losing that work-life balance that all of us need. And we are also like not taking the time to enjoy both what we are doing, because, as they say, it is the journey and not the destination, because like technically, like, we can die tomorrow and we might never reach the end of our journey, so might as well enjoy it in the meantime. But also, like, no matter at which point you are in this pursuit, you have achieved something till now, and you deserve to enjoy that, to give yourself a pat on the back and say like, hey, today I managed to lift like 5-pound dumbbells, and last week I couldn't do that, so that's amazing. You know, it's about celebrating the little things and not neglecting everything else in your life to just tunnel vision on one small thing, okay? The last card being the Page of Cups in the reverse position. What it's making me think also with this potential, what's the word I'm looking for? This potential you separating yourself from other people and focusing again with tunnel vision on just one thing. It could be possible that you're experiencing like creative blocks and idea blocks because of it, and that's slowing down and hindering your further success. Okay, it is also possible, again, with this working with this energy of that you are probably working alone at the thing that you are working on. It is possible that you are also keeping your ideas hidden from other people, like at the very least by default, by not sharing what you are doing with them, it means that you are doing everything by yourself. So duh. That was kind of a, yes, repetitive idea, but this again could be something that's hindering your further success and the swiftness of that success, because again, bouncing off ideas off of people is really helpful, because they being more detached from it than you are, can see both positives and negatives that you might be closing your eyes off to, okay? I want to draw a couple of extra cards like I did with the other piles, with some additional messages for you, pile 3. But till now, like generally, the thing I'm getting is that you have the idea, you have the work ethic, you have the capabilities, and as the Moonology cards say, You have the energy, it will pay off. There are just some small hurdles, they're nothing dramatic, like you can get over them fairly quickly. It's very much again, that like enjoy yourself a little bit more, turn for advice, for help, for like don't think that you have to be the Capricorn goat that's alone climbing the mountain, like the steep mountain. Like, no, you can take a break, you can relax, you can enjoy yourself, and you can use the company of other people. Like, we need balance in our life. As they say, evil lives in the extremes. Okay, but let's see some additional advice for pile 3 on this situation that they're feeling stuck in. What's some additional advice for pile 3? Is it maybe this one? Yes, it is this one. Yes, let's take you as well, because you came out. Okay, pile 3, the last 3 cards you got are the Chariot, followed by the 3 of Cups and the 6 of Cups in the reversed position. The Chariot is again very much giving the vibe of, stop moving, of you have got this, you are in control, like you have the ability and you will be successful. Continue being determined, continue with the positive Capricornian things, continue with planning, continue with doing. You are sitting there in charge of like the lions that are carrying you in your whatever this is, like in your old-timey lion car. But again, both the 3 and 6 of Cups are there to remind you. You need, firstly, with the 3 of cards, with the 3 of Cups, if you are being too closed off, again, pile 3, you need to move past it. It is holding you back. Like, you need to check if you are truly in alignment. Wait, 3 of Cups. Oh God, why am I thinking about the 4 of Cups? Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's still going in a similar direction. Like, check with yourself if you are in alignment. Don't close yourself off to the people around you. Of course, you are not saying that you should go, and because like the 3 of Cups can be like the card of partying too hard. Like, I'm not saying that you should go and get belligerently drunk or something like that as a means of taking the edge off a bit. No, not at all. But you need some kind of release valve in order to center yourself again and to not blow a fuse, basically, in overworking yourself. Like, you need to take some time off and connect to people. And followed by the 6 of Cups. Yes, this time I'm right on the number. It is, again, the 6 of Cups can show us that we are basically adulting a bit too hard right now, and that we shouldn't be doing this, because like my favorite saying goes, all work and no play, you know how it is. It makes us all very dull people. So don't be adulting too hard, my friend. You need to embrace some playfulness in your life. Like, this will get your creative juices flowing again, and it will help you for when you then have to sit down and focus again and work hard and be the Capricorn person we all know and love. Like, it will keep you in this balance, because if not, you will absolutely lose your mind sooner or later. Okay? Now, pile 3, one last thing, or actually like 2 last things. I want to draw for you one card respectively from the Crow and from the Shaman Oracle decks for a last piece of advice and for grounding messages. So, last piece of advice for pile 3's situation and how to get unstuck from it. Ew. Yeah, abundance card. Okay, I don't even have to look at the messages to tell you that. Again, you just need a little shift of perspective, pile 3, and you would be able to see all of the abundance is there for you. Like all of the rewards are waiting for you. The sea is full of fish for you to catch. But like we said, you just need a little bit of a perspective change. And for you, this perspective change is called enjoy your damn life. Okay? Now, one final message from the Shaman deck. Tell us all, lovely cards, one last message for pile 3 and how they can maybe ground themselves in this situation. Let's see the sweet grass. What does it have to say? I am sweet grass. I travel to the great spirit, Father Sky. I call in all that is good. I am your guardian. Use me to expand your abilities to communicate your intentions to others. My sweet smoke elevates you from the physical to the spiritual, from the profane to the sacred, and from the ordinary to the exceptional. My pleasant aroma relieves stress and reduces anxiety. I am aromas, I am dreams. Interesting. I wonder if there's a message here for maybe you using some kind of aromatherapy to relax, pile 3. It could be. If not, then at the very least, I would again like to point out the part about you communicating your intentions to others. I feel like this is a very central point in your reading. And okay, I hope that this was helpful. And till next time.